Well, I guess we might record some of this. I'm going to switch this to automatic feed. Let's focus a little more on collecting a really long chip.
Okay, here's 100 thousandths, 490 RPM. We were at 792 before. We are now at 894. I'm so afraid I'll screw up. Okay, so let's do another 100 thousandths. Okay, here's 100 thousandths. We're starting with 0.992. Let's see if we come up with 1.92. I have to move you a little bit. Okay, I'm at 1.07. I'm at 1.070. I'll take another 100 thousandths. I've got a way now to film while charging the battery, apparently. It doesn't work if the battery's completely shot. 1.166. That's 76 thousandths. Larger than my OD, my major OD on the threads. Okay, I'll bring it back when we're ready to thread here.
Okay, if there's a little movement, it's the power cord going to the charger on the camera. Might get hit by the tool post. So this is going to be a scratch pass. 10 thousandths. 190 RPMs. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. First I'm going to set this for 20 threads per inch. Switch it over to lead screw, half nut engaged. Now, I'm going to do a scratch pass. Gotta oil it. Okay. Now we're going to do 20 thousandths. Do another 20 thousandths. Back to 0, I'm going to cross slide, and 10 thousandths. We'll do a spring pass. Well, I might check here. Okay, I need to go find my checking tool. Okay, according to my checking tool, I need to get a little more aggressive, so I'm going to go back to 30 thousandths. It's going to take a minute to get up there. I'm going to stop you. Okay, here's 20 thousandths. I want to pull this out and test it at this point. I need to start withdrawing my cross slide a little more because I think I'm getting interference with the threads. Make sure I got room. There we go. This is a piece I cut off my drawbar. It's wanting to start. Well, it is starting. What you're seeing there. Yeah, you're seeing that. So let's just do a either a scratch pass or 5 thousandths. I lost my 0 on my cross slide, so I'm going to do 10 thousandths and you just have to sit here with me on this one while the tool makes its way up to the work. Pretty sure I got my cross slide 0 set right. We'll see here in just a second. Yeah, I think we're fine there. And we'll do a spring pass. Okay, I think we got a working thread this time. Let's go. Not quite there yet. Gonna do a couple 5,000. see what a spring pass cuts. This is actually the first time I've used the numbers in the book. We do another spring pass. There, I just about started without you. I'm convinced I just need a couple more spring passes, maybe there, it's halfway in. So I think a few spring passes will clear that up. Let's see what kind of chips they produce. The spring passes didn't really bring anything up, so I'm going to do 5 thousandths. Do a spring pass here. I'm going to do one more spring pass with oil this time. Okay, let's see if we have enough battery to show this. Oh, I should have left it on. I wanted to let the machine take this in. But, the battery has to have a little bit of a charge before it can run on the cord. So we can see we are all the way in there. A little wiggle. Now we'll a little wiggle still. The point is, we can go all the way to the bottom of that hole. It's 1.5 inches, I think. Nothing has moved from this out of this jaws. All these, everything is concentric. So these two dimensions were cut and the threads were all cut. It was faced all in this position. Now, the next question is, do I take this in and saw it off on my saw, or do I use the parting blade and part it off on this machine? The only thing left to do is going to be to drill these holes, and I made the dimension a little bigger so we're not going to have it busting out. I was hoping I had some transfer screws of 8/32, but I do not. And I thought about making a couple transfer screws at 8/32, and I only have one. I should have two. If I can find it, the other one, I'll make them. I have one 8/32 screw, but I should have another one that was a reject from earlier. So that's the plan. The next thing we're going to do is part this off. And like I mentioned, this is the first time I've used the numbers in the book to cut these sizes. So that's kind of a milestone for me. They're not the tightest threads I've ever cut, but so be it, whatever that means. All right, we're gonna let this thing charge up. I want to contemplate how I'm gonna separate this from the stock. Okay, I can see my parting blade isn't quite square to the work. Okay, and I thought about it for less than 3 minutes. Let me look at that now. Yeah, it looks good. And we're parting, how much are we parting off? How deep? Let's see here, let me grab something to measure with. We are parting just under a ½ inch, 470 thousandths. And I'm going to keep it at 190 RPMs. I need to get my carriage lock set up for this. So that might be enough to do it. It's not going to do it. Well, I'm going to keep you around for this or what? I need a wrench on this. Another turn on there. Yep, that's good. So we'll go right there, lock it, Get this tool put away. I know Fred was glad to see I didn't use a vice grip on that, or was it George? But yeah, we're phasing out the vice grips. Okay, we're going to be in neutral as far as the drive goes. And we're going to 190 RPMs. Is that C3? Yep. We're going to turn it on. Got my oil can ready, and you're looking at the frickin' stars. Okay, I've squared the tool to the work. 190 RPMs. We got about 468 thousandths to part. Park this oil can here. Wrong surface. You see how this speed goes. The speed seems fine. The trick here, I'm told, is to keep it moving. Keep it oiled. When I was threading on the mini lathe, it got so hot when I oiled it, everything shrank and the cutter lost contact with the work. I had to wait for everything to catch up. That didn't sound good. No idea what that was. Should be any second now. There it goes. Alrighty. I was beginning to think that my hole wasn't that deep, but well, I made it just at the end there. Okay, let me unlock the carriage. Move this out of the way. And I mean, I took that right to the end. It's very hot. Let me bring you right back. Okay, I pulled the piece out of the chuck, and that's what that looks like. And thank God I threaded all the way to the end. Let's see how much. Hopefully we're not going to have to part anything off. Well, let me get some pliers on that. Well, the piece I'm grabbing here has threads on it, which is a good sign. So let me just run across the... Okay, the battery crapped out there right at the end. And let me show you what I did. I think we left right here. Okay. I took this tool and just knocked off that burr. I didn't face this off. So it is still concentric. I used the Noga to clean up here. Let me actually give us a couple turns. Or not a couple. And I ended up being able to bring this straight in, and you saw how much I had left. This is a pretty sloppy fit, but it threads in, it's not going anywhere, and it goes in and in and in. Comes out the other end. A little more, okay. So either direction. I got ambitious, I guess, and put some threads on the inside of this. Oh, that's right, I was going to do a handle on the drawbar. I was contemplating left-handed threads, but I think I'm going to use right-handed threads, put a knob on the end of it, and then pin it, because I got a pretty nice cut grabbing onto the end of that drawbar trying to loosen up the collar. So I'm going to bring you over here to my inspection station for what it's worth. I'm going to have to unplug this, I think. Let's try this. Power off. The only thing left to do here is to do these through holes with that counter bore into this piece. And it's not going to be busting through this time. And I may have to come around. This is the way it will go. And loud noise, hold on. And I got a little stick out. Once we get it all done, I may shave that off and smooth that off. But just to show you how much excess threads I have had, you can see in here, there's still threads all the way to that surface. So I threaded all the way to the bottom of that blind hole. You can see threads still, and that's no longer, that's 50 thousandths deep maybe, and we still have threads. If not for that, I don't think I wouldn't have been able to thread on from here, which I think I've already demonstrated. Let me show you my new camera setup for the lathe. I got the magnetic base you've seen, and I just took my old microphone stand from the mini lathe setup, and I just put a steel plate on it. And this can be transferred. Hold down there. Yeah, this can be transferred right here to my desk. And then that can be a moving platform, which is what it proved to be in the other room. So, hopefully, we'll have some better close-up stuff of machining. I do like that in the YouTube videos. I'm not too sure how crazy I am about it being upside down. We're going to use the old cutoff 10:45 here for a stand, and man, your face is dirty. Okay, that's gotta be better. I got the iPhone 13.